So, last time you managed to make your way out of the distant bowels of Rappan Athuk. You had found your way there via some sort of teleportation magic. You'd stepped on some kind of device underground in an area where these rooms had no doors. They simply had a device that you would stand on, and the pedestal would sink, and then you would blink out of existence, and then blink into existence somewhere else. And you were exploring that, and you had slain a hydra. And then you went back to that place, back to the teleporting pads, and you checked out the last pad. And when you did, it brought you not to a pad, but to the frozen earth on the coast of Albion. Dozens upon dozens of miles, weeks journey, an impossible journey in the weather at the time, to the east. And at the door of the mausoleum of the Dungeon of Graves. And to survive, you had to descend down into it and try to find a way out. And for the past, let me see. Approximately 31 hours. You worked to escape. And then you did, and you found the massive cavern highway that stretches on for dozens of miles that you call the Gut. And that was a several days journey. And you made it back with what treasure you had to the last one in. It is currently ish. I'm not even sure your characters would know this. Unless... Well, actually, I don't even know that you would know, so I will say this. It is... I assumed that you took a rest. Either way. So it is Einar something. It is the month of January in Albion. Toward the end of the month. And you are at the last one in. And I'll describe what's going on at the last one in, and then hand it over to Chris. Strange patrons come and go for the next following days. Many are of the sorts of creatures, the beings that you have found out here, or that have traveled in groups out in the wilderness. Many of them you have done battle with. But when they came into the inn, they leave you alone. And Uravok, the proprietor of the last one in, has always been able to provide exactly the dish that each person has desired. So you've seen many strange creatures come by eating many strange things, but the food that you eat is delicious and fresh. We'll do the accounting for the rooms and stuff when we make it back, if that's okay. I don't want to do math right now. But tonight, just before your journey, you decide that you're going to make another attempt back into the cavern where Magnus, using his new crafted spell, caused a bunch of giant bloated humanoids to slay each other. They had sacks of goods, including, obviously, treasures. You're going to make an attempt to make the several-day, almost week-long journey back underground to secure those treasures. But before you rest, the night before, as you're gathered around the table and you're making your plans, you can see at the other guest table there is a humanoid feline-like person.
Oh my god.
When you come out of your rooms, he greets you directly. And he says, come and join Scrumge, come. Eat with me. Enjoy a pipe with Scrumge.
I'll have a pipe with Scrum.
Anybody want to go have a pipe? I'm
Yeah,
open.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Algar is momentarily completely poleaxed and then just sort of goes along with it. This might as well happen.
Right.
Yeah, I'll walk over
Carrying
quietly.
himself like a mouse in the presence of a lynx.
What about Father Bloombad?
I'll just sit at a table nearby and observe.
Locken will do the same.
Wait, someone's been borrowing demon souls for a while.
All right.
Make sure nobody says my name, please.
Of course.
Okay.
What's
So-
the concern, Father Boombad?
Well, I mean, when they know your name, perhaps they can ensorcel you.
It's very smart.
I'll say nothing and go over to the table.
He has a hookah on the table with various ports and, devices to smoke some opiate substance within. Uravok does not seem bothered by this entire portion of the bar being clouded with opiate. And it has a sweet kind of incense smell, similar to the smell that you smelled last week. And he points toward the devices. He says, "Please enjoy pipe with Scrumge." And then he takes some on his own and smokes. He
Yeah,
says,
let me get here.
"Oh, go ahead."
Oh, I was going to sit down and say, like, hello and well met, fellow traveler. Mind if I take a seat and enjoy your smoke?
Yes, please. Do not worry. I know. We got off on a wrong foot.
Yes, I think you wanted to have us all torn in half and added to your larder for your servants.
Please, forgive Scrumge. You'll have no problem from Scrumge now. I have other interests. Scrumge was bested.
What interests are these?
There are other places to travel, explore. You have bested Scrumge. He lost his servants, his kitchen, and his precious mirror.
I thought
It was a nice mirror, Magnus says with some regret.
you went through that thing.
Oh, yes. Yes. Many places, many pathways to enjoy. Many estates Scrumge has. But, passing through, and thought Scrumge did, maybe you, capable adventurers, you might be interested in many of the things Scrumge could offer. Maybe we could be friends.
I do not think friendship is in the cards, but we can speak as peers.
You make Scrumge sad. Well,
The world is often unfair, but
That was
You come
friendship.
from a place that is... It is said that there are no pacts between lions and men, and perhaps the same can be said of tigers. But when one who is made of food can rarely truck well with one who eats.
Chris, what's the name of your character? Chris the Younger?
Folwin.
Folwin, right. Flanagan leans over to you and says, cross your fingers under the table. This thing is full of tricks. When fairies used to come around to my family's house, we'd always cross your fingers or cross your legs or something. Pass it on. Don't believe anything this thing says. And I show you that under the table my fingers are crossed.
Folwin does the same, and he passes it to the others.
Give you all knowing looks.
What business did you wish? What proposal did you have for us, Scromge?
I'm traveling through. But in Scromge's abode, in my place of pleasure that you took from me, there are some things I found valuable. I will not tell you what these things are unless we make a simple agreement. But I assure you, if you help Scromge, I can grant a boon. No trucking needed. He smiles sinisterly toward Algar. I will be on my way. We could make arrangement with Uravok. Give item to Uravok. I give great boon to Uravok. You get great boon.
What's the item?
I will not tell you unless you agree to help Scromge.
What's the nature of this boon?
Ah, that you may say.
Well, far be it from me to speak for the company.
Flanagan's not going to say a word. He's like tight-lipped.
But
Bison gets frozen and turned to stone. So I'm not the most wise person down here. I would say let's do it, but that's also what got me turned to stone for 200 years.
Moss, what do you think we should do?
I'm not really sure about the whole like elven like people, but me, I wouldn't trust them. I'm not a very trusting person. Hence of how my character died the last time. I trust y'all too easily. I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah, we trusted ourselves too easily there.
Yeah.
But look, this kind of creature, I say, gesturing to him as though he's not there, is bound by contract. But from all I've been given to understand in my limited knowledge of the matter. And so, if it's simply a matter of exchanging an item for something beneficial to us, you know, the light knows we need all the help we can get.
There is already one understanding which Scromge has broken with us. The expectations of hospitality that one invited to be a guest will not be betrayed and set upon and devoured. Already this betrayal has come forward. After this betrayal, how can we trust Scromge a second time?
Well, I mean, not to play devil's advocate, but I suppose I will, as a matter of fact. The fact of the matter is, had we accepted what was being offered, we would have had only ourselves to blame. As it is, it was this thing's servants that attacked us. Well, it ran away. And so I think my point stands. Not that it's not without risk. I simply make what point there is to be made.
What could we possibly ask for? I mean, what's worth it?
Well, we can discuss that amongst ourselves. How much longer will you be staying, friend? Or friend, I say.
Scrum's just passing through. This agreement will be made with Uravak. You'll give Uravak item. Uravak will give you item. And this. And he offers his clawed hands, scrapes across the rugged wooden table a piece of vellum. And Magnus, you instantly recognize this is a guess. This is a like a binding magical power, like a spell. In this case, an agreement.
Yeah.
It simply says if you keep item, you will be punished.
And what does it say about if you betray us?
It says if you bring item to Uravak, and I do not give you boon, I will be punished.
I suggest we run over and converse with our other companion quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
If he's willing to bind himself in this way, he must truly prize whatever this thing it is that he craves.
So explain it to Father Bloombad. It's like a binding agreement, and he wants us to find or get something, and in return we get something that we want.
Yes. I'm sure there's some amount of deceit to it. I mean, you guys can do it. I won't have any part in it.
Yeah, perhaps I've attracted enough unwanted supernatural attention.
Well, we
mean,
can also keep our head down to do some adventuring anyways. We don't need whatever it is he has to offer.
Yeah, I'd rather not get involved.
Yeah, I mean, it should be obvious what the item is that he wants.
Well, we were in there before. Yeah, we were in there before, and it wasn't that obvious in terms of what was there. I mean, from what I can remember, we had a bunch of things.
And the nature of the geese he offers does not preclude him from simply killing us and taking the thing from us. Well before we provide it to Uravak.
I thought he said if he didn't provide the boon.
That's if he gets the item.
That's if we get it to Uravak.
If we give it to him and he doesn't give us the boon, he's punished. But there's nothing saying an accident can't happen on the way back.
All right, I'll quieten down my greed for the sake of the party.
Yeah, you guys have convinced me. I'm saying no.
If Scromge is what I think Scromge is not to be lightly messed with.
I mean, anything that travels through mirrors and then finds other ways to come back. I mean, both of those things are strange. Not to mention that it didn't look anything like that last time we saw it.
That's not that high a drama.
I mean, not to put too fine a point on it, you could almost say the exact same of myself.
Well, let's not. Yeah, you could, but let's not get into that right now. That's another discussion.
Fair enough. So,
well, I mean, there is those ogre. I mean, those whatever those beasts were that you killed when you were a fungus, Magnus. That those sacks were left there. I don't know if they'd still be there, but I mean,
we probably shouldn't talk about this with him in the room.
Yeah,
his hearing may be of a substantially better quality than ours.
Yeah,
true. Well, you know what I'm getting at, the thing in the room.
All right, so sounds like we're not going to do it. So, does anybody go back and tell him that, or do you just not even go back to the table?
I'll do it if no one else wants to.
Yeah, I mean, I can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
tell him.
have Chris do it. You go ahead.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Too much that
Oh,
hookup.
it's too late. There you go. See, that's
The hookup pipe's got you.
his plan has been wrought.
Smoking that keef.
I approach the what's the person's name again?
Steve.
The cat person.
Yeah, you approach the cat person. Yeah, what do you say?
I'm sorry, but we are going to politely decline your offer. It was an excellent offer, but we're going to decline it.
He smiles and then gives a fake sigh. He raises from the table, and you can see he's got an extremely fine outfit on. It's got like brass devices and jewels and rings on his fingers, and he's got this really fancy fur coat as if he's some kind of royal or a king or something. And he raises up on his two cat-like haunches and holds his fur, and he says, "Ah, you make Scramsh very sad. I will kill you all the next time I see you." And then just walks out of the room.
Oh,
That's how it goes.
don't like that.
I just sort of turn and look to Uravok. I'm like, you must have a truly incredible reputation that no one dares break the peace of your establishment.
Two of his insectoid shoulders shrug. So, are you guys gonna pay me for this mail service he was talking about?
I mean, we're not bringing him anything, so no. That guy scares the hell out of us.
I mean, if
Wasted
someone
my
else sees a
time.
package,
Sorry, man.
if someone else sees a package, then of course we'd pay you. But well, I don't think we're expecting anything.
Just let me know if you want some more to drink. He goes back to tending his establishment.
That's a good roach, man. So he's probably going to end up killing us anyways.
Well, so what do you think, everyone?
Let's just hope that we don't come across the cat person again. Keep my
Definitely.
fingers crossed.
Yeah, and they can also change shape, so who knows when we might see them again. That's more than one creature that we have. It's lingering around. Might cross paths with us again one day.
Folwin, are there any other things that you want to do in preparation prior to your journey back into the underworld?
I mean, we already have a plan, so I mean, we can always just go ahead and start doing the plan.
Sure. Let me find my map. This might be a little complicated. I think it is for you too. Who's gonna guide us to the cavern?
I did post it on. Oh, here come. Look, Richard's got his fingers up to his temples.
Whoa.
Incredible
Magic.
mind things are happening inside of my head. We go into the gut and then we go east. No, sorry. Well, yes, east. It's not like
What
it's not
did
that. We take the
what did
southern
I
route,
tell you-
but like it's not that complicated.
No.
What did I tell you about
Yeah,
hard?
sure.
What'd you tell me?
What did I tell you about thinking too hard? Your brain might explode.
Man, one of these days Richard's brain might explode, yo.
Oh, I've seen it. It's not that great.
Be right back.
Scanners. All right. Yeah. Okay. South. All right. I see that. I see that. Okay, you make it to. Let's see. I think. Let me make sure. Okay. All right. You come to a cavern. This cavern has large stalactites, hundreds of feet tall, dripping from the ceiling. The tips of the stalactites have a brown appearance to them. There is a pool here. There are 2 caverns, one going left that is dry, one going right that has a stream.
I remember correctly, we took the right one, right? We're still in the. Are we still in the gut?
Yes.
Trying to orient myself here.
This is abstracting this, but you will actually probably be traveling for several days under here. I will do rolls to see if you have encounters on your journey, but I figured we'll kind of parse this out and do the, guide me to the destination first. I suppose I'm not trying to hide the fact that something that is really kind of unfair about that is you kind of got dumped back into a cavern and started heading west, based on a roll made by Algar. So, like, does that mean you were on a south passage and a north passage? That doesn't tell you that. So that's pretty unfair. But so you could get lost right now.
We're gonna be a lot less lost than we were. So I mean,
Yeah, it's true.
So there's
I think we came from the southeast. So
Right.
if we, as long as we hang south, I think we'll come back where we came out to. And if not, at least we'll have a legible path back.
couple things. That.
Hey, Oren, what are you rolling with right now, spell-wise?
I got a bunch of sleep.
Perfect. Okay. Just making sure I don't need to equip it.
No, yeah, don't waste your time on sleep. I've got 5 or 6. I've got 6 sleep.
Wow.
So, I mean, we're all taking naps.
All right. So you journey, and now again, in places, these passageways literally look like, just to keep it simple, your modern mind would see that they look almost like metro tunnels, except stone, and no rails. Like we're talking just a stone tunnel that just seems to go on and on and on for miles and miles. Your feet grow weary, and the light from Father Bloombad's holy symbol goes, 120 feet out in front of you, and beyond that is still just darkness, and it just seems to go on and on. And in that time, let's see if something happens. Are you paying Urvok to leave all your gold and stuff there? You didn't take all that with you, did you?
I think we would pay him.
Yeah,
That sounds
about
Yes.
that.
So
Yes.
are we, with everything distributed, are we back at movement rate 9?
We should be, yeah.
I'm actually movement 12, and I think I want to keep it that way.
Well, I think Father
Guess we gotta
Boombladder's
run.
9 because it was armor and weapons and strength.
And I'm also at 9 because of my armor and weapons.
Still useful in combat though. So okay, cool. All right, so movement rate 9. This is what it's really about. It's about the charts.
Oh yeah. I don't like that you're laughing about that right now.
Love me some charts. I can hit speed 12, but I have to drop some stuff.
I'm going to mute myself for 1 minute here, but I'm still listening.
All right, Folwin, a decision for the group. Do you choose in your movements to do a forced march, which requires a strength check, and I believe you have to rest at the end. So you'll have to you'll have to sleep at the end of your journey, but you can move double your base movement rate in miles, which in this case would make it 18 miles in a single day. So do you want to do like a forced march to try to move really fast and then rest at the end? Or do you want to go at a hiking pace, which is just 9 miles per day?
Is the group at hiking or at forced march?
It's up to you. You can choose to hike, which is, 9 miles, or you can do a forced march, which is 18 miles. The drawback to doing a forced march is that at the end of it, you must rest, or you'll have a penalty. And to pull it off, you actually have to make a check as well. And I'll say the strongest person can make that check. 4d6 versus strength.
Totally your call, Folwin. I don't mind the other way.
You are cursed with the terrible burden of making the decision.
No one's going to be upset with our outcome.
I mean, at the end of the day, in order to go faster, I think we should do a forced march.
Okay.
Sure. Let's do it.
Hi.
All right. So maybe somebody can help me interpret that 4d6 versus strength. I'm trying to. I guess I roll and then you roll. Go ahead.
So
Sorry.
you just rolled it.
I think you roll 46 to try to roll under. You're sort of like at a disadvantage.
That makes sense.
That's
Yeah.
how I would.
It's a specifically stated in the rules, which is fun. It's very particular. Okay. Cool. So who's the strongest person? We can give it a try. See if you can pull off 18 miles. Either way, you will have to rest at the end of your journey.
I think.
I have strength 14.
As does Magnus. I think me and the fighter.
All right. So it sounds like that sounds like a Flanagan thing, if you want.
Yeah, that sounds good. 46, here we go. Rolling those dice. Pressing the buttons.
Number.
And I fail.
Oh no. Oh man. Okay. You do not you do not manage it says forced march check required once per day to continue at this pace. Okay, so I'll interpret that maximum generosity, which is to say continue being the key thing there. So I'll say you can do it for 1 day. So you travel 18 miles. Let's see here. And you travel, just kind of an idea of how far you get. About 2/3 of the way through your journey, you make it into that cavern that spirals down, where the crystals and plants were. And so you spiral down in that about 2/3 through your journey, and then continue on into the next tunnel and keep going and going for hours. And then you're just utterly exhausted, and everybody has to stop. So that takes your full day, and you rest. So let's see here. Algar, roll a d6, please.
Oh boy.
This occurs prior to making it to that spiral cave that goes down. You're in this long tunnel. Ahead of it, in the darkness, in your light, eventually you begin to hear yammering, gibbering noises, like you hear like a bunch of them.
I flag down Magnus and Folwin and notify them that up ahead I hear the presence
Let
of
me.
more weird little demon people, and that if Magnus could try and negotiate passage past them without us getting into yet another fight to the death with a bunch of
Sure.
strangers, that would be
How
fantastic.
do I have time to cast a spell before they find us?
Yes, you hear them way off in the distance before they get to you.
Oh, good. Magnus's minor misconstruence, please.
Okay.
I feel like if that's enough to get them all to kill each other, maybe they kind of have it coming.
The range is 120 feet. If they're 1 hit dice or less, they're automatically affected. If they're 1+, they get to roll a save.
Yeah, so you probably need to go to the edge of the light.
Yeah.
Just the edge of into the darkness, and you come up in the darkness, and then even that, just kind of into the darkness a bit, you can hear this, and it sounds like maybe you were like, did I already cast the spell? And it's like they're already arguing with each other, and then you cast this spell, and they start fighting. You can hear one of them kill another one, and then 2 of them start yelling, and then one of them like shouts the others down, and they're quiet for a minute. One of them's really loud, and then you hear another one being really loud back to that one, and then they start fighting again, and this goes on for about 10 minutes. And it's making a ton of noise in this cavern.
This whole time, Algar is just standing agog and marveling.
Flanagan has his spear out and is just kind of has his back to a wall and is listening carefully, looking both ways up and down the hallway.
All right, Folwin, what's the plan? Wait it out, move in and attack, try to sneak past? What do you think?
I think we should wait to see if it pulls down, then attack.
Yeah. The duration is an hour, and it grows in strength.
Wow.
But it only affects 2d6 creatures plus 1 additional, so 2d6 plus 2 total.
That's more
In
than
terms
enough.
Okay.
Yeah. So they just they bicker and murder, and then like it seems like one of them gets order, and then they lose order, and this just so a problem occurs with this. This is taking a very long time. So an hour passes. And Algar, roll a d6.
Oh Lord.
Algar, coming from the opposite direction, you hear other voices.
Bullshit.
That place busy.
Yeah, they're coming your way from the opposite direction, and you can feel the pavement, the stones that set in place just slightly shudder from the heavy weight of huge humanoids. Many of them.
Coming.
Yeah, and they're and then you can kind of hear their voices, this low, loud, grovelly, and it just echoes like frogs.
Are they speaking in Giantish?
Let me see.
Oh God.
Oh, well, I'll be. Yeah, they are.
Wow,
Finally!
that's really good.
Oh, they're speaking the big tongue. Big guy's coming.
Yeah, they're talking about like, man, I haven't eaten in several days. I would just love to find something tasty to eat right now. I know, but we have to stay down here. The master has called us back. I don't want more punishments. Too much pain. Yes, still hungry though. I know, you already said that. And they go back and forth like that for a long time. Except that they're getting closer.
All right.
So I turn to Folwin and say, I would recommend we get on the other side of our guests, of our friends to the north. And because if we remain here, the giants coming from the south, from the west, may regard us as too succulent and fresh a meal to pass up, simply because we are well-nourished surface creatures, and everything else down here, frankly, tastes horrible.
Well, I know I'm succulent. So
I
eat
know.
it.
Man, we know, man. We know.
If there's one word that would describe me, you all know it's succulent.
This guy's marbled. You know what I'm talking about.
You're disgusting. Come on now. We only got one place to go here, then, don't we? It's either we stand our ground or we run. Is that?
And we push. I think we should push east. Oren, you've still got lots of sleep spells spun up, right?
Plenty sleep spells.
We can push our way past those goblins, no problem.
I agree.
Whichever ones are left, anyway. And then I imagine the ogres will eat them, and then maybe they'll be less hungry.
They're gonna find a bunch of fresh snacks.
Yeah. And maybe when they are less hungry, we can have a talk with them as neighbors, as opposed to fritters.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, let's.
All right. Let's see here. Okay, so you go ahead as all this commotion's going on ahead of you, and this should be in yards actually, but you come up to these things and let's see what they do. They're pretty stupid. They stop bickering with each other for a moment and form a bit of a phalanx and snarl and stick their spears out at you. You only have moments before the things behind you arrive.
Oh my gosh. All right. These things are massive, right?
Yeah, they're like, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 feet tall.
Right. Okay.
Should we not just scoot past the goblins and run?
I think we should scoot past the goblins if they let us.
Yeah, let's move as quick as we can.
Do you agree with that, Folwin?
Yep, I'll full on agree.
All right, you do that, and you just kind of shimmy past as they and jab their spears at you. As you as you pass on the opposite wall, and then you hear in giant tongue, meat, and then all of a sudden the ground starts to shake.
We have to rest, right? So we kind of have to deal with these giants anyway.
Well, no, this is happening much earlier in the day, actually. This is happening about a third of the way through your journey.
Okay.
I could drop my sticks by the bodies, and then I could cast the spell from 120 feet away.
Yes, I think I'd like to. I mean, these goblins aren't going to last long.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right. Yeah, you do that. You drop a giant. Actually, let's see, because if you like roll all snake eyes, that'll kind of change the equation.
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna wait till the ogres got to the bodies, and then I was going to have the 6 scattered around the outside of the bodies.
Yeah, let's see how many
so that
snakes.
they could attack. Okay.
Just want to make sure that it's not like 3 snakes. Or whatever.
Well, yeah. Well, then we have to change our plan.
Has to be enough snakes to be able to. There you go. That to me, 10 vipers that are just like swarming around. That's enough to distract long enough. Then, in my opinion. So Father Bloombad says something in liturgic and in the language of the light, and snakes just like pour out of the cracks and holes around the stone and swarm behind you as you scurry down the corridor into the darkness.
Hey, let's get out of here. Let's run.
Oh, I thought that we were going to go back whenever the snakes attacked.
Oh, you're gonna turn around and fight.
Oh.
Why?
Well, I mean, so I can get my sticks back.
Oh.
I suppose it is kind of difficult to get new sticks back here.
You guys gonna turn around and fight?
Can we just take back until the carnage is happening and then jump in?
Yeah, roll for how many poisonous snakes there are, and let's just see if we can.
I did. I have 5 poisonous snakes.
2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just roll to see if they survive. I'm not kidding when I say only one of them survives that.
Yeah, they didn't even get attack rolls, is that right?
Yeah, but I mean, all they have to do is hit one time of the wild goblins are attacking them. I just want to see if they could even make it.
No. What I was going to do was I was going to leave the sticks around the goblins' bodies so that when the ogres got there,
oh, totally,
started eating the goblins. Then I would cast a spell and the snakes would attack them.
Yeah,
like by surprise, probably.
No, yeah, that happens. Let me see. I'm sorry. Let me kind of put all this together. Okay, yeah, I don't think that thing's going to have much of a chance. Yeah, no, that thing is not going to have much of a chance. Wow, yeah, definitely not. Okay, so this is kind of how I just, you have a lot of poisonous snakes, so I didn't want to like roll back and forth. So here's what happens. That happens. You make the snakes like you get everything kind of among the dead bodies, and then they come in and they eagerly just destroy these 3 goblins, and then they have their food. But then the snakes spring up and they just start latching onto these things, and they surprise them. And I should. No, yeah. Well, actually, yeah, it was surprised. So. No. Okay, yeah. You see them all like I don't know what happens like when one of your poisonous snakes bites into a humanoid, a flesh creature, something that's not super weird like a spider. They start foaming at the mouth and convulsing or something.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume it's save or die, just like it would be for us, right?
Yeah. Oh, they die, yeah, you could see them start convulsing and foaming at the mouth and stuff, and fall over. Ground shakes as they start shaking around on the ground. Their buddy, this is pretty horrifying. The tables have turned, but it makes him angry, and so let me see if he can see you. He cannot. He's stupid, and so he's gonna just fight these snakes to the death. All right, now you can roll the hit.
So, non-poisonous first. Let's get it out of the way.
2 hit.
1 or 2 hits, maybe. And then poisonous.
Oh, there you go. Let me see. 2 hit. And he fails. And the snakes, just this last one, he angrily takes all the snakes. He's grabbing them, trying to squeeze them to death. And you hear Algar, you can hear, "My brothers," as he's like trying to crush these snakes and stuff, and they're biting him in the neck and stuff. He stumbles around and falls down onto his side dead.
Algar just sort of like looks haunted into the middle of this for a while, and then just sighs and says, "I really wish the creatures down here were more amenable to discussion, such that I could convince myself that we hadn't done the sensible thing in killing these people without ever speaking to them. But I know that if we had attempted dialogue, they would have regarded us as so many moving snacks."
They are either to be enslaved or killed, my friend. We know this.
There is a third option. There is more room in this world than you may imagine.
Oh.
And many things which cannot coexist in the same place can find other places in which to tread. Good fences,
Yes.
it is said, make for good neighbors.
Well, I wish these would find other places to tread.
Same here, my friend. Same.
All right.
Anyway, let's go loot the bodies.
Yeah. Once again, you're surrounded by carnage.
Be right back. I gotta go
Dead-
take care of something IRL.
All right.
Okay.
Dead bodies everywhere. I guess I should do that. Let me see. Not hopeful.
I of course go collect my sticks.
All right. You do find something. Let me see what you find.
Ooh.
A 3rd level spell scroll of some sort.
All right. Among their dead bodies, you can see that they had, in fact, bested some other humanoids of some kind. They seem like they were humans. Skeletons, bits of arms and bones, pouches and backpacks. They have gathered the spoils of these poor creatures that they have devoured most of, eaten the meat off the bones of. Most of what they've gathered is disgusting and useless to you. Some sort of profane currency that only things interested in toenails and bones and stuff would cherish. But what might be considered junk to them, you find some things of value to you. There are 34 gold pieces, and there is something else. It is a part of a book, most of which has been rotted and pages torn out. It looks as if these creatures had torn through the person's belongings trying to find something that they cared about. The process in this book is a longer sheet of paper, loosely fitted between Though a portion of its edge is ruined on it, you can see that it is written in liturgic, in the language of the light. The pages of the book are ruined, but on this paper, Father Bloombad, you can tell that this is a scroll of protection against the undead.
Ooh.
Now, that's good.
Very nice.
I have moved I am now carrying the gold pieces. So they're encumbrance on my sheet.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, let's keep moving. This is a highway, and there's no place off of it. So,
Yeah.
the faster we move off this, the better, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, agreed. Let's continue
Well,
the forced march. Surely it will go fine.
This is a protection scroll, so anybody can cast it. So I think Magnus should have it because I can turn the undead, and if that goes wrong, then he can cast protection.
Yee.
Is it like literally anybody? Because we could always give it to somebody else then too, if it's. Or
Well, Magnus is going to be behind the front line, so
Right.
if something goes real wrong. Whereas I'm going to be turning, you guys are going to be swinging swords.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good.
Well, I won't say no.
All right. You're exhausted. Now, this occurs 6, 7, 8 hours into your journey, and then you continue on. Like I said, you spiral down into this cavern, continue on a very long underground pathway, and then finally, somewhere along the pathway, you just have to stop and you have to rest. And thus ends your first day. It takes 24 hours total. You begin the next day. You got all your spells back and everything. 1 hit point. I don't think anybody lost any hit points. And continuing on, these corridors seem to go on for a very long ways. Forced march again today. You will have to pass the check this time. But if you choose to do a forced march, whether you pass it or not, I will say that you must rest the full day. By the end, you will have to rest at the end of your march.
Okay.
You're muted.
I think it would be best if we just hike.
Sounds good.
I agree.
All right. If that's the case, you make it to a large chamber constructed of huge blocks chiseled of volcanic stone. Dark, smoother than limestone. There's a stream running from the northwest that widens out into a moat into the eastern part of the room. And a short flight of black steps to a gleaming stone platform, metal bars. You've been here before. This had 3 symbols, a demon, a circle, and a square.
Ugh. Where is this?
And the door is closed.
Do you all know where this is?
Describe it again. It
And I
rings a
can-
vague bell.
I can actually bring you back there on the battle map if that helps.
Sure.
It
yeah.
certainly would.
Stream going from the northwest. This isn't where I thought we were going to come out. Hold on a sec. Or maybe I just didn't see the. This is my made up map.
Yeah, let me make sure I didn't go the wrong way either. No, I did go the right way. Oh. I know where we're at. Okay. This is where you found a cavern, actually. So we're actually at the place, and Algar, you will recognize the cavern. This is where you found the cavern. So we are as far as you went via the cavern you took.
Okay.
So let me see here. This is where you are now.
Oh. Yes, we did not pass through this room on the one way. We're passing
Oh
through
my
on the way
God.
back because time and space down here are shenanigans.
I've never seen this before, I don't think.
I know where this is. We
Have we seen this?
didn't pass through it, but we did pass through it.
So to help, I don't want to obscure this, and you're doing such a great job, you guys, everybody, and Jay and Richard, for mapping purposes. So do you remember the part where you have the spiral that goes down?
Yes.
Okay. So
Oh yeah.
so
In
these
the heavily fungal room. Right?
yes,
Yeah,
right. So that area had a area that continued on to the southeast. When you were
Yes.
heading east to west, I think you stopped. I don't think you
Oh.
kept going. Well,
Yes.
in this case, you kept going.
Yes.
And
Oh,
and then you traveled in a long underground highway for like for 10 miles, and now you're here. So
Interesting.
I gotcha. Okay.
so yes, you're
thought
in a
that was
new
the way-
area.
Okay.
That's great. I thought this is the way we took to get back from the other where we were lost, but that's okay.
No, I don't think this is. This tickles a memory, but I'm not sure if it's a real memory or one I can.
Okay.
I just sort of look to Magnus and shrug, like as if I've explained anything to Magnus.
Yeah,
I-
And that's
so
just a
and,
couple
and
days.
to make
Yeah,
it even,
shrug.
because I don't want this to be unclear. I think this is okay
No,
because
good.
part of it might be my fault. You got lost, you sort of, but you didn't. You went the way you knew to go, but it didn't get you where you wanted to go. So you're here
That's
in this
cool.
new place. Yeah.
Great. So, what do you think, everyone? Just one question, Ross. How long did it take us how long did we travel down this route?
Do you guys use what candles? Where are you getting your candles?
Oh,
People
I
buying
don't know.
candles?
I think I probably bought a bunch from Uravok if he was selling them at any markup that wasn't
He
absolutely lunatic.
absolutely. Not only does he have candles, but he tells you that they burn brighter and longer. They don't burn appreciably brighter, but they don't seem to be made of beeswax or fat. But they're the same price.
They're probably made of our bark
Holy
heat.
crap.
So you can buy some candles. Okay, so you used candles, so I'll tell you how long. It was... Let's see, you traveled 15 miles to the Spiral Cavern.
Mm-hmm.
And then you traveled past the Spiral Cavern for several miles into the next tunnel. That's when you ended the first day after 18 miles.
Okay.
And then the total distance from the Spiral Cavern to where you are now is 10 miles. That's what
Okay.
you've done.
Okay. Got it. Oof. All right. So this is. What do you think, everyone? How are we gonna? This looks big and dangerous. What is this? What are we looking at across? There's like stairs going up here, Ross. What is across the? Is this lit? First off, can we see this?
I wouldn't say it's lit. I would say it's refracting the light of Father Bloombad's holy symbol in an odd way.
Okay. What do you think, everyone?
What is this blue?
That is water. So just to kind of describe it again, let me move the tokens up just so you can see more. Just right here. Okay.
Yikes.
So here's kind of what you see here. You see that there is a large chamber It looks like this stone here is constructed of huge blocks of chiseled volcanic stone. It's very dark. And there is a platform, a short flight of black steps that lead up from a water, like a moat around it, onto a gleaming stone platform. Upon the door, there are 3 large runes depicting a demon, a circle, and a square.
That's the door here?
Yep, that's right.
Okay. And sorry, what were these things here? This is a. Is this just a wall? It looks like it's
Bars? Are those? Can we see through bars to the other side of the door?
Yeah, you can. There's some antechamber beyond with the same black stone, and and it continues on into a stone hallway ahead.
Yikes.
Let me draw the thing here. I'm beginning to think now, in retrospect, you have maybe not done this. I don't think you all have been here.
No.
I thought you had, but let's see. On the door, 3 large runes.
You and I both get mixed up with parallel timelines sometimes. I understand.
Let's see. Oh, come on, roll 20. A demon. There is a circle. There is a square. 3 symbols.
Okay. Well, what do you think, everyone?
I think if we wait here long enough, someone will come by who knows how to open this door.
Yeah. And I don't know if we
And
want
then
to meet those people.
I think we can convince them to be helpful. Through a combination of bribery and, we're terrifying.
Hopefully it's not the leopard guy at the bar. That would be our luck.
I don't know
That
if
was
we've taken...
the only problem. If it was the leopard guy.
What
There's
is
also- It looks like there's a place to go to the north. Do we want to explore that before we start messing around with demons, circles, and squares?
Sure, if you like.
Yeah.
I suspect it'll be a long walk to wherever the next place is, but
Well,
if we're trying to find someone anyway, no reason
what
to
about this demon? Is it just like a stylized picture of a demon, or is there any detail to it that's like an identifying characteristic?
It appears simply stylized. However, it's clearly a demon because it is what would otherwise be a human skull, but horned and partially fanged. It's clearly a representation of something demonic. Okay.
What do you think, everyone?
Yeah. What's the plan, Chris? Do you want to explore the area or the runes? Like, do you want to go up to the north, or do you want to look at the runes?
I would look into the runes.
Okay.
Because the last time we did that, we got into more rooms. Like, back where Cameron died. So, I want to see if there's, like, anything special with it.
All
Is
right.
that water easy to cross, Ross?
Yeah, it's only ankle deep. Okay, so what do you do with the runes? They're arranged, now the way I have them here is as if you were facing the door. So they're fairly close together. So the door is like, I don't know, like that or something.
I'll copy paste this to you. 1 second.
Thank you. I still don't have Wi-Fi.
You guys should. I'm gonna teach you later how to connect your phone, to use your phone as like a Wi-Fi router, so that you can just connect your computer to the internet through your phone. Not an all the time thing, but it's a good emergency trick. Alright. So it's just a demon, a circle, and a square?
Yep, and they're equidistant. And kind of on this door.
Owen, Magnus, do you have you ever seen mechanism? Does this look like a touch mechanism? Like if we touch these in the right order, it'll open up, and if we don't touch them in the wrong order, it'll just kill us?
Well, I don't know about that. Are they panels within arm's reach, or are they above the doors?
No, they're on the door. So that those lines kind of represent a door, if you will, and then on the door there's this equidistant 3 symbols on the door.
I do have a question. Can I sense anything?
No.
Okay. I just want to double check if I could sense anything.
Yeah, good question. I forget sometimes.
Go ahead, Chris.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I'd be making it up if I said anything.
Okay. Is there I look on the ground? Is there sign of foot traffic here? Like especially water. Like if something's been coming up out of the water and going to this door, like that would be more recent if we saw, or stains of water that they've any kind of path or that's been marked here.
Yeah, let me look.
That is a great idea. Ranger is here to help.
Let's preempt that. You go ahead and make your tracking check. You know, I don't know, it's pretty tough. It would be, you know, water. So, that doesn't look good.
Got nothing.
Okay. All right, and beyond, this is just like a big. Okay, so one more thing: are these things on the platform? Are they significant? There's like 2. I don't know what they look like. Little pedestal. Yeah, braziers or something.
No. Yeah, that is probably what they are. They're probably just braziers. They are empty and cold and appear to have been for some time. I will, answer that question though, because you asked. I'm taking a look here. It does look as if the stone has been walked and tread upon quite regularly, in fact.
Okay.
Can you give a description of the fencing that the door is set into?
Let's see here. The fencing, you mean like the portcullis, the bars, the metal bars?
Yeah, like the bits I'm highlighting. I just drew a little orange rectangle around the bits I'm talking about.
Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, it's a wall of metal bars, as if the whole thing were a jail. They are very close together, and wrought of a dark black iron. And so it's kind of like a jail, except bigger, I guess, with a metal door in the center.
Right.
And then to the question of something else too.
The braziers.
Oh yeah, no.
Whatever they are.
They don't look like they have been used in a long time.
Okay.
I'll put some candles in them. As long as we're hanging out here and waiting.
You want to wait till something? You want to hide and wait till something comes through this door? I mean that.
No, I mean as long as you're messing around with the door, we might as well have some light.
I mean that's not a. It's not a bad idea to. If there are tracks, we just camp out here. Maybe we should just check up in this around the corner here. Oh, I see it now. And I don't know. Like that's one thought. Is we kind of hide and wait and see what comes.
I also I apologize. I was wrong. So you have been through here before, although we did it Theater of the Mind, and it was the direction you came. So you did have it right. I apologize. But coming this way, this, like, it would have it was easy to just like pass through this and keep moving.
Okay.
Pass through the door, yeah, and open it, move on, and keep moving, and yeah.
We could just
Okay,
wait for
so-
someone to come open the other way.
Do we know
Right.
that it's locked? There's no. We haven't even tried it. Is there a...
You sound like you're very far away for some reason.
Your microphone is a little bit. Wiggle the
Oh,
cables
I
on your
turned.
microphone.
No. I turned the gain down because of noise in the background. Sorry.
Oh.
Okay. Sorry. Do we know? Is there any handle on the door, or is it just the panels?
Just the panels.
Okay. And the doors were open when we came, or we just pushed them open when we came through last time?
It had a handle on the other side, and you just pushed it, and you moved through.
Interesting.
Okay, so to get through this is, if we want to figure out how to get through this door, this gets us access back to where all the other stuff we did, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So that's the question. Do we want to spend time trying to regain access to that area, or do we want to go up to, I guess, to the northwest, which is a place that we don't know what's up there? And you're right,
Well-
it might be, it could be a long trip.
And this is not ideal, but I just want to remind everybody we do have another route to that place. It's just a little different. We would have to take the teleporters back to the mausoleum and go back down through that way. But we do have another route where we're more certain of the way, or maybe not
I
that we
think-
can do that now. But
Here
So I
is
think we
what
just-
I propose. Sorry, you first.
sorry, that's all to say. I think take the adventure that's, a little less resistant and check out the area here would be my vote.
Okay. I'm up, whatever. I'm
One
cool with
last
whatever.
question before we go. Your snakes, Father Bloompad, how much control do you have over them? Because they can go right through these bars.
Yes, but then I can. They only last for till the end of the battle.
Okay, so we can't like have them open the door for us from the other side.
Oh no, they last an hour. Yeah, but then we wouldn't have them if we got in a fight with a bunch of evil monsters.
All right. Well, it's good to know that the option is there at least. But that known, I agree with Flanagan. Let's just continue on to the northwest.
We don't have access to a knock spell, do we?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I also.
So the only thing.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, I'm just thinking that I guess we'll have to see how deep the water is going up there, and I'm also wondering about the flow and depth. But go ahead.
Yeah, I just to clarify, so what I told you, Jay, is correct, and I just wanted to clarify that because I said something wrong earlier when I offered the two choices. It's an interesting map on my end to read too, but you went from the last one in, you took that big long highway, it was 15 miles, you got to the spiral cave, it was another 10 miles, and then you got to here, okay? So that's what that pathway looks like. I had mentioned to Richard earlier about something like, there's like this place with the stalactites, and you can go left or right, and I was wrong. So that was not there, and I apologize. But
It's cool
so you go up here.
because it makes us feel wow. Go ahead.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How deep is the water, and what's the flow? What direction is it flowing? Just in case we ever want to use a boat down here or something.
It is flowing towards you, and it is mostly in places thigh deep and in places ankle deep and uneven. And it's not flowing very fast where it is.
Okay.
Okay, so you what you see here is a pretty perfect representation of what you'll see for the next 10 minutes, the next 20 minutes, the next 30 minutes as you wade in this water for a long, long ways into the dark. Every once in a while you think that the cavern opens up to the left and right, There may be an overhang of rocks, and then you think maybe you've turned a corner and you look around it, but no. It's just like a little false area where it doesn't go very far, and then it continues on. And that's what you see for the next hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. And it just goes on and on this. So it is now taking, I think that takes all the way up into the end of the second day. I believe.
Okay.
I don't know where.
So, I know this is a little bit of a side story for this adventure, but I want to know: do we sing trail songs? Is that a thing that we're going to be doing as we trudge up this
Oh no.
uphill through this water?
No.
But starting the One Ring, and of course it's mandatory. You have to sing all the songs, and like I mean, it's not Lord of the Rings if you don't sing a song every every so often.
That's so cool.
I'm Bombadillo.
Yeah. I like Folwin can sing one of his like folk songs that's in his language while
Nice.
traveling.
That's cool.
Man, this is getting very 70s all of a sudden.
When Folwin sings a song, it makes the rest of you very uncomfortable. There is something about the song that Folwin, even though you don't understand his language, unless you do, if you speak Elvish for Yinian, if someone else speaks Yinian, let me know. But yeah, Algar, of course, is used to this sort of thing and is not bothered by it. But for the rest of you, even though you don't speak Yinian, there is something to the song that is deeply unsettling to the human mind. Anyways. Important thing about Folwin's song.
Sorry.
Algar, roll a d6.
I love rolling d6. It's my favorite thing to do. One of my favorite dice. It never betrays me.
Nice.
5.
All right, let me see how they do. Wow, I got one more. Okay. You hear. Oh, and actually. Okay. You hear a commotion ahead and splashing water, and you hear more noises, Algar, like things fighting in the dark. They don't seem to notice you.
There's a ruckus up ahead. Two parties are fighting. I want to wait
All
for.
right, be quiet now.
Do you want to wait until it dies? Do you want to wait until it dies down and mop up the survivors, or do you want to intervene into the three-way?
Everyone?
I mean, we could try to intervene.
Sure, let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You do that. I'm gonna just kind of abstract it and say that you're way a long ways along this path. Okay, even though you can see this behind you. Best representation of this. So you see this.
Keep on clicking.
And there are 2 dead. And they see you, and they stop fighting, and they turn around, and they point towards you, and they all rush toward their new target. And
Let's go.
declare spells. Any spells?
I'll sleep.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Roll a d6. Chris, please.
Me?
Mm-hmm. House wins, anyways. All right. So let's see. Top of the round. If you are moving, move your token. If you are firing a missile weapon, roll a d20, please.
All right, I'm wading forward with my spear.
All right, I see that.
Splashing through the water.
Gotcha, yeah. All right. Folwin, if you are firing your bow now, you would want to roll 2d20s to fire it twice. If you want to go into melee, you should charge forward by moving your token up to the goblins.
If you're unable to get into roll 20 because you're on
Oh,
your phone, I can roll for you.
I apologize. I didn't realize. I kept forgetting you're not in roll 20. Let me describe the situation.
Actually,
I
I'll take
haven't
the
been
floor
doing
for
that.
you.
No. Yeah, no, you shouldn't do roll 20 on your phone. I think that's a bad idea. No,
Oh,
let me describe.
Moss used
Oh my
Slash
God.
Bolt. She got 19 and a 7.
Oh, okay. 19 and 7. Gotcha.
And eternally panicking right now.
No, it's fine. All right. Roll a d6, please, for your damage. And then, let's see, everybody else moved. Or if you're typing, I can do it. So that might be easier.
I got a 14.
Roll a d6 for damage.
One.
1 damage. Gotcha. All right. Let's see here. Melee combat. Let's see. They are going to just swarm forward on their movement phase. And
Did Locke get one of
unfortunately,
them?
yes, he did. He did indeed. They have spears. I'm going to move the dead out of the way. So they just form this massive kind of just horde. 2 ranks around you.
Well,
All right,
good, bunch them up.
dark spears.
Yeah,
spinning.
you can. Indeed, yeah, you can go ahead and make your melee attacks, in fact. Target is Synth
I
armor
can't
class.
remember how.
They're 1 hit die and armor class 13.
He's 13. Okay. I need 7s to hit. 1.
Which one are you attacking, Algar?
Whichever one's in front of me. Like, there's just so many. It barely matters.
Okay.
If there's one that looks like he has 10 hit points to lose, I aim for that one. Otherwise,
I'm just in all of
Four
them in
hits.
front of me. I do 4, 5, 7, and 6 damage.
Seven, 6. Okay.
I'm holding them back. They try to get too close. I'm just stabbing at them. Get back! Get back!
Do our spells go off before their melee?
I usually do melee first, which is a bit of a BX thing, but it just is a matter of organization.
Yeah, just asking.
7, 6. Okay. So yeah, you basically just mow down the entire line in front of you with Dark Spear. Just the Icarus black blood of these things just flies up, parts of them flying everywhere. Flanagan's insectoid hands are a terror next to you in the dark. And I think that is everybody. Now it's magic.
Some of these have a hit die of 1.
Yep.
Okay. So I'll roll 2d8. Sleep. Sleep.
Let's see.
8 of them.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Give me 1 second.
Okay. So the vast majority, an entire wave, they're just like clambering up on top of each other as you guys are like taking your spears and trying to hack them down, and Flanagan's just like hacking them apart. And then all of a sudden you do that, you cast your spell, and it's just like a whole wave of them, just like as if they're water, falls back into and they fall into the water, into like a big splash, and they just kind of start floating back. And there's only 2 left. They are utterly terrified. I'm going to give them a huge modifier to this. They still fail. and they try to flee. What do you do?
Flanagan doesn't skip a beat. I mean, unless you want to change this, Folwin, Moss, Chris. But I'm just going to keep on the ones in the water. I'm waiting for and just right in their back and pushing to finish off the others so they don't warn anybody. But unless somebody calls us off.
We can always save one to open the door for us.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
I will bop one subdually using my wacky ranger combat advantage to try and take him out without killing him.
You do that, and you all kill all of these things except for one. Now you are miles along this current. Miles along it. There are all these dead things. The waters are black, running with black blood. And you have one terrified.
I'll charm it.
Thing. You charm it. You speak a bit of their language. Wait, no, you don't. Not these people. I remember.
I speak chaos, but
yes.
And serpentine.
I can't remember if you have to speak their language in this game to charm them, but you do not speak this thing's language.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I can't remember. I know in some
you don't have to. It doesn't say that in the spell description, but if it doesn't speak anything I speak, well, I'll try. I'll tell everybody to cover their ears. I mean, if it's just terrified listening, what is its response to Drunic?
It is just terrified. Which doesn't change its response. That's the same response it was having. It doesn't seem to. Yeah.
It doesn't like its eyes don't go wider or anything. It's not like. Okay.
Yeah. Your character's very smart, so it's obvious to you when that happens that it just assumes that you're one of the dark, evil people of this place now, which it probably thought anyways.
Well, yeah, it's not worth expending spells on.
All right, so you're gonna let it go or kill it, or I think you'll have to let it go, or you'll have to take a chaos point in this case, because you did actually keep it from dying.
Here's my proposal, such as it is. We take it to the gate, and we get it to attempt to open the gate on our behalf, presumably with the knowledge that it has on how to do so.
How far does we walk to? I wonder.
Say again?
Have we walked a long time, Ross, or are we close?
Yes, hours.
Yeah, he said 2 hours before. I think that was the last count we got.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with that. Either way.
Okay.
Yeah?
However, I do want to be clear here. I would prefer to just let it go after that.
Right.
I mean, they're horrible little goblins. They're the worst creatures I've ever met, and they have basically no redeeming qualities. I've accepted this, but at the same time, we should have redeeming qualities. We should attempt to cultivate.
Yeah. You can choose. I want to be clear. By no means am I saying, "Oh, you can't do that." But I am. Oh, no. I think I always announce if I think you'll get a chaos point, which to me is just a point of drama. I mean, this place. Yes, indeed. So.
Bad for us. It's not for its benefit that I'm doing this, really.
Yeah. So okay, you go back. You like rub its nose in it, as it were. Like, do this. Hey, get this door open. And it's just terrified and confused, and it has no idea what's going on.
Okay, well then I tell it to hit the demon panel. I point with my staff.
So here's what happens. Okay, so it takes its little mutated clawed hand with one finger longer than the other and 3.5 fingers, and it goes, Gah! And it like scrapes. It scrapes out of terror and you said the demon one, right?
Yeah.
When it touches the demon symbol lights up. It just glares. And then like it scrapes it, and as it scrapes it, the demon symbol moves. I'm trying to think of what to compare it to, but like
dragging an icon on a touch screen.
Yes,
from a Marvel
exactly. Like an icon on a touchscreen. Like one of those things that you get for cats where it has a little fish on a screen and you touch it and you can move the fish around or a cursor or something. And so he takes and drags it, and then as soon as he lets go, the symbol goes back and then stops glowing.
All right.
Do that again. I'll poke at him a little bit with the spear. Do the other one. I'll point to the circle.
And he does it again. He takes both of his hands and he flails against the circle and the square, and they both light up. The circle and square light up, and he scrapes them, and they separate off. Like so, he scrapes his hands left and right, and one of them goes this way, and the other one goes this way, and then he lets go, and they slide back in place, and then once they're back in place, they stop glowing.
Okay. Are these circles and squares size-wise? Does it look like one would fit inside the other, or are they all the same size?
They all look like they would fit inside each other.
Like, could you, in other words, like, is the circle a little bit bigger than the square? Like, could this square go into the circle?
Yes. Yeah, so it's
and
like...
then would the demon go inside of the square?
The size-wise, it looks like it would.
Oh, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna drag this. I'm gonna put my hand on it first, on the circle, and touch it.
It lights up. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna drag the square and the circle on top of each other.
Okay. They you drag them on top of each other. They glow brighter, and then they stay in place.
Okay. This feels like a Doctor Strange shit going on. I'm gonna hold on to that, and then I'm gonna grab the demon one. I look back at everybody and go, I think I should put this other one on top of these ones.
Yeah, just go, man. Just go.
Okay, I do it. And I roll in character.
I don't know. I'm pretty optimistic about his saving throws.
You do that. You superimpose them, and they go even brighter, and then like something gets bright in the edges of the doors. It goes, and then the door opens.
Nope. Sometimes you just need some good old common sense.
And then they go back to where they were, and they stop glowing.
Well done.
Try to push the door. Does it open?
It opens on its own after you superimpose them.
Wow. I don't know why I thought of that. I don't know okay.
Well, it worked.
Great.
Hey, it's called inspiration.
Well, should we go through here then?
I think I am going to charm the goblin after all.
Okay. All right, you have a charmed goblin. It's terrified.
He gets a save.
Okay.
Oh, he makes a save.
Unless
he's got a really bad save.
I mean, I wasn't even gonna. You know what's interesting? He barely saved.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you're the referee, but
no.
The spell says what it says.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. He saves. No, that's stupid. No, he doesn't save. No, he's terrified. There's nothing else around here. Yeah, he does that. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'll hand him a. I'll hand him a ration.
He eats it, and then he climbs up onto your head like a cat. At first, you think he's attacking you, and the spell failed. But then he like tries to like snake around the backside of your neck and hang on to you and hisses at everybody else.
Oh, Magnus, what did you do? Did you do this again?
Magnus enjoys collecting little friends.
You'll never know when you never know when he could come in handy.
I wonder
He's
if he's
already come
gonna
in handy.
enjoy sitting in a bag like the last one.
I don't know. This one seems like he prefers a shoulder. How heavy is he?
I mean, yeah, good question.
30 pounds.
That's
not
too
bad.
heavy. That's too heavy. That's 5 pounds lighter than my mutt. If my mutt was trying to ride around on my neck, I wouldn't appreciate it.
I have a fat chihuahua, and this is definitely a fat, evil chihuahua. If you're wondering what my inspiration for goblins is, it's I have a chihuahua.
Yeah. No,
They're-
I'm going to point to
They're
the big
perfect
sack.
for that.
Yeah, get in the big sack.
Writing that down right now.
He clambers
Chihuahua?
into the sack and feels like he's found a good home. He's happy.
Yeah.
What do you have in that sack, Magnus?
This goblin.
Definitely attracts certain kinds of creatures.
I've got dry straw in there.
Sack with dry straw. Say to myself.
All right.
Trust me, it comes in handy.
You can see a pathway going on ahead of you, eventually becoming cavern. At the end of Father Bloombad's light, there is an alcove to the left and right ahead.
All right. What do you think, everyone?
Well, I think we should advance but cautiously. Walls, ceiling, floor.
Yeah.
What do you think, Folwin? We got a path left and a path right. And a path forward.
I should, can I check if there's anything, strange about either path?
Well, although you can't see what's in them, you can tell from the stone. Well,
Like a set?
you would need to travel ahead to see, I think.
Okay.
She can't see. She can't see the battle map.
Oh,
so-
I'm sorry. Yes, I keep forgetting. It's interesting. In this game, I use the battle map a lot more. Like I've really come to rely on the battle map a lot as like a tool. I don't do that as much in a bunch of other games, but so
Dungeon heavy stuff really benefits from.
it does. Yeah, it is. This game would honestly be pretty tough after a while. Like what I would do is I would scribble anyway. I would draw, even in life, or in person. Like if we met in person, I would be scribbling this stuff. I would not just try to describe all of it. Okay. So let me describe it. Flanagan. There was you all were in this cavern. And there was a moat, and there's stairs leading up to like a big metal wall of bars. And there was a door, and it had the 3 arcane symbols. And Flanagan put his hands up and superimposed them, okay? The door opened, and on the other side, going on for about, 120 feet at least, is a stone corridor that's probably 20 feet wide and 15 feet tall, okay? And about 90 feet down this corridor at the end of Father Bloombad's light, you can see an alcove. Just like a little niche in the wall on either side, left and right. And then beyond the alcove, it just continues on and becomes a cavern. So that's what you see.
Okay. So, Folwin, your call.
Yeah.
But just on the map, it's like we're about 100 feet away from this intersection where we'll be able to see up and down, north, south, east, and west. Or maybe you post it.
It might actually be hard. It occurs to me, yeah, I would actually draw. If I were face to face, I don't think I would just do theater of the mind. I would have scribble paper out, and I would be,
Richard's posted it on Discord.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to keep her queued
Yeah,
up.
thanks.
Would Algar have any memory of which way we came from?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I'm sorry, I mentioned that before, but this is the way you came. So this is the way that you came, yeah.
Yeah, we came from far to the east.
Okay, cool.
I think we skipped right past this intersection.
That's cool.
I would go left, because left never did me wrong.
There's no
Never did.
intersection, so it's just a path going on ahead. Now, you have where you came from, and then a little ways down the path, 90 feet ahead, there's an alcove to the left and right.
Oh, those are just alcoves.
But you haven't
Okay.
moved yet, so like you don't know what's there.
We don't.
Yeah.
Let's just advance until we can like see
Yeah,
around the corner a little
Let's
bit.
do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
All right. You do
Oh
that,
God.
and something comes out of the,
Oh,
the
God.
alcoves. Declare spells.
Friends?
No, not friends.
No.
Do not look like friends.
Oh.
Like 4 liches.
Oh, man.
Do they
Oh.
appear undead?
They definitely appear undead.
I don't think
Yeah, I will-
overtly undead guys I've
turning.
seen in a while.
Okay. Let me see if I have. Yeah, this is what they look like. They look like. I've mentioned like what these look here. Hold on, just a second. Let me describe them. So, unlike just skeletons, there is something inhuman about these things. They're long, as if their skeletons were stretched, yeah. Well, I think that's basically it. And they kind of have like this jagged, pointy, kind of towering, kind of. They just tower over you, and they also. I think this image is a good one. Like their clothes were fit to this size, and so you have this surreal hood on one of them, for example. And anyways, yeah, that's what you see, and they have. That's it. They have big, long, unusual, bony hands. Okay, so we got turn undead. Any other spells? No. Okay.
Nope.
Yeah. Well.
No for me.
All right. Roll a d6 for initiative. Never mind. House wins. So the first thing is, if you're moving, move your token, please.
Yeah, I'll stand in front
Or-
of.
In the case of Folwin, if you're moving, so these things, they're in the alcoves to your left and right. If you're moving, let me know that you want to move and where you want to move. You all are currently on the near side of the alcoves. You haven't come up to them yet.
I want to move to the left.
All right.
Let's see here. All right, and if you're doing missile fire, roll a d20, please.
Can you roll a d20 for me?
I
Okay,
can.
Did you want to get into hand-to-hand combat, or do you want to hang back on the left side?
Like hang back on the left side.
Okay, good to know. I'll roll a couple d20s for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You roll a 9 and a 12. I don't know what those add, but I don't think those are going to hit these guys.
Your target is ascending armor class 15. All right.
I don't know what her bonus is. So
Let's see. So that's missile and movement. So they are going to move, and they just form a line here in front of you like that. And melee combat. If you're doing a melee attack, roll a d20 to hit.
Okay, I'll go for the northernmost one. I hit armor class 20 something.
That hits.
Okay. Do 8 damage to the northernmost one.
8 damage. Wow. The dark spear cracks into one of its bones, and the bones do not yield. You're used to these things just disintegrating into powder under the might of dark spear. These do not.
Is this thing taller than us then? Is this thing
yeah.
okay. How tall are they?
Like 7 feet tall. Like they're like
Oh my god.
yeah,
Okay,
kind
this
of
is
tower
terrible.
over. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Let's see. Magic. Father Bloombad. All right. Is that the? Oh, go ahead.
That would turn up to a 7 hit die creature.
All right. That works. And they flee. Flanagan and Algar, you can attack.
Again? Oh, like a sort of a attack of opportunity?
Yep.
Okay. Stab it as it runs. I don't even know if I'm hurting them. I rolled a 1, so I fail.
But this
Okay.
time my spear bites in.
Yeah, same thing. The golden spear. It usually you're used to just hewing these things down. In this case, it doesn't. However, they flee into the darkness of the alcoves. What do you do next?
What do you think, full one? I mean, I guess we've got some choices. We could try to just take them down so they're never going to be here again. Search those areas. Or continue, I suppose, right?
I'll get a.
So just so you know, Chris, it looks like there's, I don't know if this is true though, Ross, are there sarcophagi in those alcoves?
No. Those are
No?
not sarcophagi. They are furnishings, just simple furnishings. And these things are towering over these furnishings and, fleeing underneath Father Bloombad's light. Look like
are
they're
they
cowering
equipped with anything?
No. Yeah, they're not using
Okay.
weapons. Yeah.
What do you think, everyone? Do we try to just, do we hack them down or continue? I guess those are the two choices, or two of the choices, I guess.
I mean, if we don't, then we have to face them on the way back, do we not?
We'll probably face them on the way back, but we know they're there.
I suppose
Yeah,
we
I
don't.
might not roll. I might not roll as well next time.
We've already split them in two to the north, 2 to the south. If we press the ones to the south, I don't think the ones to the north will pursue. I think
Yeah,
we
I'll just
can defeat them
maintain
in
my
detail
turn.
now.
Yeah, I'll
Let's do
stand
it.
there and hold my holy symbol up so that the north ones remain turned. You know.
All right.
Well, now they're
I
the
have a
easiest.
question.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Ross.
So the two things, the gray plate looking things, are they like pressure plates or are they just regular metal plates?
They're not plates. They're just these are like tables. There's several different furnishings in each alcove. They look like they're a mixture of stone and metal.
Oh, okay. It just looks like pressure plates.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So, all right. Roll a d6, please, Folwin. And declare spells.
I'll do magic missile.
All right.
I'll say that I have some holy water in my backpack if somebody wants to get it out. Well, actually, it's probably my belt pouch.
I'm gonna keep trying with my magic sword. I mean, with dark spear for now.
Same. But Oran, you might want to go for the
Yes.
holy water.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind tossing it to me.
I'm holding my symbol up. You just grab it off my belt pouch.
Yeah,
Just hang it off my belt.
reach in and grab it.
All right. Chris, what did you get on your d6?
Five.
5. All right. You're all able to act first. Let's see. You're already in melee range, so let's see. And you've already moved up, so they are not going to be able to move, fire a missile. If you're doing a melee attack, please do that now.
I have a question. Can Locken shoot at the ones that are being turned right now, or is that going to cause them to turn and try to rush, even with Father Bloombad standing there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they will defend themselves, I will say. All right, 6 damage. Let's see here.
Four damage. Just trying to stay back from their long limbs, and when I get a chance, just lunging in for especially their rib cage. It's probably like, I can imagine trying to stab these bones is not very easy.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get.
And then magic.
Yes, magic missile.
How does holy water work?
You throw it like a missile weapon.
It's a
Okay.
total of 9 damage.
All right. You do 9 damage into this thing. Some of its bones shatter and splinter. However, it remains upright.
Wow.
Goodness gracious.
Let's see. That makes it makes it its turn. It's going to attack Flanagan and Algar, of course. And it has a +6 to hit, so a 17 and a 23.
These are nasty.
16
Those are
hit.
both
hitting.
Okay.
My effective AC is 15 right now, I believe.
Okay.
I double
And
check that, but yeah.
Flanagan?
15.
Yeah, that hits. Mine's 16.
15, 16. All right. So, let's see. It's 2 attacks.
Did we regain hit points since last time?
It's been a while.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, you've got all your hit points back, to be clear.
Okay.
Right, that one misses, and that one misses. So you only take... Flanagan, you take 1 point of damage, and Algar, you take 1 point of damage. Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Any other spells this round? No? Okay. Let's just keep doing melee then. Want to see if these things can actually... you might have a bad turn. Matters right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you said? Did you say melee
Yeah.
again?
Wait. So you said this round, but we're in the next round now.
Yeah. I said if you're declare spells. If you have any.
Okay.
If you're gonna cast.
I'm
any
gonna do
spells.
magic missile again. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Or I can. I'll throw the holy water.
You want to throw holy water? Okay. Nice. You'll do that. It does a d6 damage.
Folwin, do you want to engage in melee with us?
Sure.
Okay.
I was rolling for your spear.
Okay, good to know.
All right. Let's see here. 6, and then Flanagan.
Oh, sorry.
6.
That is going to be a miss.
All right. Let's see. This one is for Flanagan. Misses and misses. Let's go into resolving some rounds.
+6 to hit, right? Yeah, that misses.
Yeah, and then this one, Algar. Both of these hit. Oh yeah, I forgot. It has that means.
What about magic missile?
Yeah. How much damage?
Dang it, man.
no.
8. It's just I keep that's
8
twice
damage?
I've rolled 2 1s. Yeah. 8 total.
Well, nonetheless, 8 damage is enough to destroy one of the towering skeletons. However, it's clear to you that these things are very tough. And how long? It doesn't say how long turn undead lasts. You're just maintaining it up for these right here, right?
Yeah. Wait a minute. No, I think they not returning for 3d6 rounds. So I will roll 3d6.
All right. Let's see here.
11 rounds.
11 rounds. Okay, so we're on round 3.
Well, if that's the case, Father Bloombad can join in, right? Or does he not? With the
I agree with that. Yeah, if it says that, unless it says something where you can't. Yeah, I agree.
I was just worried that if I, joined in those north ones. But yeah, I mean, can I make a melee attack then this round?
Yeah, and in fact, because I didn't, that it makes sense. You can go ahead and retroactively make your previous 2 as well.
Okay. I'm using my Silver Mace JIC.
Nice.
That's awesome.
All right, so I see, and you can make one more. Just for...
Oh, and a third one?
misses. And, oh yeah, I was looking this up. Find. All right.
I mean, if you want to, I mean, if you care to share, I might be able to.
Yeah, these, it's, again, it's not in Swords and Wizardry, and I don't want to try to pull it out of the Frog God stuff. So, Black Skeletons have a feature called Shriek, and but that's not in Swords and Wizardry, as far as I can find.
It might be in Grey Gillespie's new. He does have Black Skeletons.
Nice. Yeah, I know they're in BX and Old School Essentials as well, and I don't think they had that.
No.
They were just much tougher in Old School Essentials.
Black Skeletons, I think, are from Grey Gillespie. They're from Labyrinth Lord, perhaps.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Let's resolve a number of rounds. Primarily, if you got... Do you have any more magic missiles?
Nope.
No. Okay. Let's... Flanagan, Algar... Father Bloombad, let's like resolve 3 rounds, and Folwin, I've got your spear. Okay, so I'm gonna chuck all those real fast.
Okay.
Ooh, I hit 3 times. Yeah.
I get 1
I
hit, but it's a
do.
good one.
I do a total of 20 damage.
Okay. Right, now I'm going to thread in it's really fast here. This is the only part of the procedure that I think anybody can do anything, so I'm gonna...
That was nice.
And see, it misses. So, with Dark Spear, you shatter this one.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
You are all truly amazed at Flanagan's increasing prowess.
You guys gonna try to leap over to the others while they're still turned?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
That's my, well, I mean,
It
that's my
doesn't-
guess.
It doesn't say anything in there.
They're
Gotcha.
tough, but they don't do that much damage.
I think it's a Frog God thing, to be honest. That you know, and they have like their own manual they have like a monster manual, and I don't have it, and I don't want to. So, but I'm also not going to just like improvise it on the spot. Like, yeah, it's got Shriek. It does 5d10 damage. Like, you know, I'm not going to do that. So I don't know. I'm just gonna.
All right, someone's gonna have to buy Ross the thing.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not. So somebody was mentioning this in another chat, and it's glorious to me. This is my entire prep. Like, this is it right here. I pull this. I'm going to put this on the shelf like this, and I'm going to pull it off the shelf like that on Monday. And that's it. I don't use anything else. And I really enjoy that. Anywho.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hell, I got it.
Oh,
All right,
nice.
so in Barrow-Maze, it says the Black Skeletons emit a hellish scream that causes fear as per the spell. It doesn't say that in his new monster manual. How about that?
All right. I'll be generous and not, do. However, I do appreciate it very much. We're kind of like going into the.
But I mean, fear only affects creatures under 4 hit die, anyways, though, right?
Okay.
Is that right? Fear?
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Roll. Well, no. Let me just look at it real fast. Okay. Roll a d6, please. Full one.
Four.
4. Okay. House wins. You're able to act first. I don't think there are any spells left, so Flanagan, Algar, Father Bloombad, if you'll please chuck 3 dice. I will do your spear, Folwin, because you can attack from the second rank with it.
Hit armor class 18, 21, and something else like that. 20. Does 18 hit?
18 does hit. Your target is 15.
Okay. Ooh, I do 24 damage.
24 damage. Okay, you kill one of them, along with Folwin's help. Alright. And let's see. Algar hits once for 4. Father Bloombad hits for 5 is 9. 2 is 11. Looks like a total of 11 on the other one. Okay. It's... Whoops. You see how they do. Because they get a lot of attacks. Okay, see, so it doesn't hit until the later... well, no, the first one would hit, actually. So, Flanagan, you take 3 damage. And then the first one's dead. And for... Let's see, the second one... Algar, you take 1 damage, and Father Bloombad, you take 4 damage. Folwin, roll a d6, please. A 6?
Yeah.
Alright. You are able to act first. If you go ahead and make 3 more attacks, everybody.
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh.
Man, I'm rolling super well. Oh, this is a bad one.
I'm
Okay,
picking
hit
about this time.
More times. I do 10 more damage.
Alright. With everybody's help, Dark Spear, Folwin, you are able to shatter this last one. You're just like, turn on this one, you get the spears, you know, going down, you just stab it to death. And,
Awesome.
whoops. And they lay there. Piles of
It is.
strange inhuman bones.
I have to apologize. It does say that in this monster manual. I just missed.
Oh, no problem. Okay, so...
I don't want to insult Greg.
Where to next?
I wonder about searching these alcoves, especially with Folwin, the elf who is really good at detecting hidden things.
Yeah. You don't...
That's my vote. Go ahead.
Okay, so you want to take 10 minutes to search the area, Folwin? Okay.
Sure.
All right, let's see. All right. You don't see anything along the walls or in the furnishings. It looks like the furnishings are very heavy. They're covered in dust. They haven't been used in a long time. They seem like they're just cut from stone, and then what do you call it when you add iron elements then on top of it?
Filigree.
Yeah, filigree. And nothing about the walls or the ceiling. On one of the skeletons, you can see a jeweled necklace, a big, large, fat one.
Ooh. I'll just take it.
All right. You reckon that it's probably worth 500 gold pieces.
Okay. I'll just put that in chat here.
Okay. You find nothing else of value, or any secret doors or passages.
Well, it's good to clear this out. What's your call, everyone?
The goblin makes a motion that it wants to be fed again.
Forget
I
about
give him a
it.
ration.
You're gonna spoil him.
That's fine.
You can
No.
feel him getting fatter on your shoulders.
It's not fine. But do as you will. It's not my ration. I say save the rat meat for him next time.
Oh, I
Is
am
anyone-
already planning on how
Do
to
we
cook
still
it.
have the bags of rotten
Oh
rat?
God, no! I ditched
No,
all that.
no,
It was a
that's
really
gone.
exciting 36 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is anyone
Yeah.
grievously wounded?
No, I'm honestly I could do that again. I'm at like 25 hit points out of 30.
Well, I mean, let me heal you then.
All right, fine.
Okay. Where to next?
2 points.
I guess since we already checked both, right? So straight it is.
Alrighty. You cannot go far. In fact, only a little ways until you have to rest again. Let's see here. Algar, roll a d6.
Again, with these numbers, always you are having me generate numbers for you. 4.
Well, the terrible thing, of course, is when you roll that one number. So, 1 out of 6. Let's see. Yeah, Algar ahead of you. So it turns into a cavern from here. So I guess this isn't a great representation. Somewhere off to the side in the cavern, you hear things speaking in Giant again, and they are just like, "That's good, good meat, good." Like they're just like talking about what they're eating. But then it's clear to you that they hear you, they see your light, they scramble, and then flee further off into the darkness.
All right. I notify the crew that we have been spotted by scouts, and that the scouts are speak Giantish and are probably extremely tall.
Do they sound like the last ones that we ran
Yeah.
from?
Yeah, same sort of folk.
Yeah, well, maybe we're getting closer to that big cave where all the dead ones were.
I think we're just about there.
Well, I have a question, like a mechanical question. I mean, we spent a day, like a couple day or like a day or two traveling here. I guess that's just what we have to do. It's just like traveling. I'm just wondering if we can camp out and then start the next session in the middle here, but we don't want to do that. We want to go back and get XPs and all that, right? Yeah, so forget that.
You would need to find a sanctuary.
Yeah, right.
There might be one further ahead, but I don't think we're finding it this session. Not with 10 minutes.
No.
Yeah. It's also, I would propose, a little bit of a combination of things. You actually go through something similar. It's not as bad, admittedly, but going to the Mouth of Doom. But what it became eventually with the Mouth of Doom was like an SOP, where you just knew what you were going to do every time, and you're like, oh, we're doing the SOP, and you're like, yeah, and then I roll it, and sometimes the rolls go well, and you just get there. But yes, this is like you've been traveling for like 40 miles or something.
Yeah.
So anyways,
Okay. Well,
and then like, the whole, which way we're going, what are we going to do, and that kind of stuff could become a lot easier and faster in time, I would propose. I think it'll be okay. We just need to get there. But these things, the big things, what do we do?
Well, Folwin, what do you think?
I think we should just keep going.
Okay.
Sure.
Keep going.
Follow them.
And so, we're coming towards the end of the session. A few things before we end. Let's see here. You come to a familiar cavern. Now, this is after, so you continue down this cave for a long time, and then you encounter these noises. Algar tells you about it. You rest, and then you continue on. Okay, so altogether from the doorway, from the doorway with the runes and the black skeletons, to this point, takes you a full day and a half. So the end of the first day, and then a full day's travel, and you're just about to the end. So you're almost 4 days to get this far. And this is where you make it to a familiar cavern. This is, there are rotted bodies. They're not depicted here, but in this cavern everywhere are disgusting maggot-ridden bodies everywhere, partially eaten. In the corner is a place of refuse and worms and stuff, and the remnants of sacks. These sacks, their contents have been taken.
Well, it's been a while, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there are a bunch of cavern pathways and things that snake to the left and right all around you. There's a lot of stuff here, but you are exhausted. So I have just a simple single question for you. Do you take the next several days? It'll take all of your downtime to travel back either way, but I'll just say that you can make it back to either sanctuary. You can travel back to the last one in, or you can go back to Caden's Rest. Which would you prefer?
Your call, everyone. I'm mapping like a demon right now.
In my mind, it would be closer for the last one then.
I'm going to throw this on the next person that will be calling, since it'll be next session. The next person that will be caller will be Jay.
Well, I think we've been talking about Caden's Rest for a bit. I don't know, like that's... I think it might be nice to go back and just see what's going on up there. Does that sound good to everybody? Is there any major disagreements to that?
Sounds like a good plan.
I agree.
Well, I'm gonna be here next session,
Yeah,
so I don't have to say, but
I'll grab the skulls of those black skeletons so I can bury them in consecrated ground, just so that we don't have to ever worry about them again.
Good call. Folwin, it was a pleasure gaming with you. And I hope that you have more
You
great games in the future.
Not done just yet. I apologize. Let me try to...
Roll, save, or die.
The tavern. You survive your journeys in Rappan Athuk.
we're all favored that.
And you make it back. Now, I think Folwin probably will not return with you all. Of note, probably Folwin would probably go back to the last one in. They would probably not fare well here in Caden's Rest. But I think Oran has been here. Yeah, in fact, because your previous master is kind of camped out here as well. So, and you have a tower and everything. So the rest of you come back to Caden's Rest, and you survive your journeys in Rappan Athuk, and the weather has turned as Light's Tide has come, and that's where we will end the adventure for the night.